All right, let's go now to our chief meteorologist, Dan Cianco, with our full weather forecast. Dan, when I was driving home during my break to heat up some leftover tamales and pozole, it was raining pretty hard. I had to put my windshield wipers on level 2.
Why do you have to drop all those delicious, delicious foods?
I had to. I still have leftovers.
Yeah, there's a dog here, by the way. He's like, I got to be on TV once a week. Anyway, thanks for the cameo, Jonas. Anyway, now we got tamales, we got Jonas, we got pozole. And we've got Drought Update Thursday. And you were asking about the rain. We're going to talk about that in a moment as well. Here's the drought update for across the state. It's a pretty quick one today. No change for the state this week. A big portion of the state, 56% of the state is considered to be abnormally dry, but not technically or officially in drought. Areas that are considered to be in drought will be moderate or worse, and that is just about 17% of the state. Not too bad. I wouldn't be surprised to see growing levels in Southern California. That dog is wild right now. Look at him. He's like, where's my treat? I should probably get him something. He heard tamales too, I think. You can't have that. It's got like spices. Spices is bad for the belly. You think, I mean, not mine, his anyway. Locally, we have an area of abnormally dry for our inland areas, but we've been doing okay with rain. We're close to normal, I think, for most locations. And we're adding to it tonight. As we take a look at our radar picture, you can see widespread, basically light rain, which has moved across the region tonight. This is going to be on and off through the overnight hours as we're kind of on the edge of an atmospheric river. We'll expand things out here for you, and you can kind of see that there's a lot of precipitation falling across the state. But again, we're kind of on the edge of it, so it's never going to get too heavy here, but it will add up in the coastal mountains as we head through the overnight hours, and we'll continue to see at least the threat of some rain as we see this atmospheric river kind of stretched across the Pacific. Luckily, again, for us, we're not expecting any major impacts from this in the coming days. We're going to kind of catch the edge of it, and just going to mean for some slightly unsettled weather. This is another way to visualize it. So this is tomorrow morning at 1 a.m. We can see we're kind of in the midst of this little bulge of moisture that's coming through over the next 12 hours or so. Then we get a bit of a break tomorrow afternoon, and then the next segment of the river gets focused into Northern California. We'll be on the edge of that late tomorrow into Saturday, and then it kind of buckles northward a little bit as we head into the rest of the day on Saturday before finally sliding south on Sunday. So tomorrow we got rain in the morning, maybe a chance of some light stuff at night, and then on Saturday late in the day a little bit of precip possible. And then on Sunday it's going to come through, but by that time it's lost a lot of strength. We'll still bring some rain, probably a little bit of wind to our neck of the woods. So yeah, the next several days looking at some wet weather. At the moment we're looking at temperatures in the 50s around the bay. Inland areas a little bit cooler. We have some 40s up in the hills, and as we look at our forecast overnight tonight, we'll have a chance of showers kind of lingering in and around the area through the overnight hours. So some wet weather out there, especially in the coastal mountains. We're going to see that add up an inch or two, you know, by the time all is said and done. Now, our future track, this particular model is not doing all that well for whatever reason, but it is showing some precip kind of hanging out here through the overnight hours and into tomorrow morning. And it does kind of clear things out by around lunchtime tomorrow, which I do think will be the case. I think we'll start to dry out. So, you know, maybe you're headed out to return that scarf that Nana got you that you don't like, and maybe that's at the Del Monte Center tomorrow. Why not? They got some nice shops there. Gonna go to the return line, get something you like. Weather 59 degrees and mostly cloudy and with a light breeze. There you go. Standing in line forecast. Who knew? You get everything here. It's the full package, folks. As we look at, we even get dog cameos. Where'd that thing go? He's over there, just sitting over there by Danya. She probably smells better than me anyway. Anyway, future track showing partly cloudy skies tomorrow afternoon, and then those clouds will start to thicken up again tomorrow night, and again, a little bit of light precipitation may return tomorrow evening. Future precip, here's where I've got an issue with this. I think this is running pretty low. In fact, we're already at a ½ an inch plus in Bonnie Doon, and this model, for some reason, does not think we're going to see an inch of rain up in there, but I think we're going to see probably 2 to 3 inches in the Santa Cruz Mountains by noon tomorrow, 1 to 2 inches in the Santa Lucia range. And for cities around the bay, we're probably going to be in the ½ of an inch to an inch range, most on the north side of the bay. So I think this will overperform what this particular model is showing. Meantime, tomorrow we're still on the warm side of this particular weather phenomenon because the river is still to our north, so we'll be mild. It won't feel necessarily warm, but highs will be above normal. 63 Santa Cruz, Capitola, Scotts Valley tomorrow. On the east shore of the bay, mostly 60s as well. Watsonville, Salinas, Hollister, 60s up into the northern valleys. Back on the bay shore, I'm going to go pet the dog. On over to the Monterey Peninsula, we'll see highs in the low 60s as well. Not looking too bad out there. And then farther south, we will see highs in the 60s as well. Let's take a look at that 7-day forecast for coastal cities. Staying a little wet for the next several days, a little breezy at times. After that system comes through on Sunday, though, we should dry out. We'll start off cool Monday to Tuesday, but temps will warm up. But it looks like we'll finish off 2024 and start 2025 with a couple of dry days. And that's the same story inland as well. A few more showery days for us before we get a little cool before we dry out. We'll be back after this.